Hey everybody, it is your favorite Big T, and I'm back with another video. Today it is Saturday, April 8th, 2023. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you have an amazing Easter weekend. I know I am. As soon as I'm done making this video, I'm going to start getting ready. We're going to spend the weekend with my family. I might record a video while I'm up there. Maybe not. I don't know. I just kind of enjoy getting away for a few days. It's been a very stressful, painful week, so I might just kind of take the weekend to relax. But I will be back on Monday with Motivational Monday. And I'm thinking about doing a video, sort of a rehash of the one I did a long time ago. When I first started this channel, I finally got up the courage to do a workout video. And so I'm thinking about sort of sharing that video and doing a second one to show where I'm at today. So you guys can see my full body. I get a lot of comments from people saying, Big T, you don't even show your full body. Why are you hiding? It's like, I'm not hiding. It's just I'm doing a lot of these types of videos right now. And so you only see a little part of me on the screen. I'm on my bed. I don't have a desk to really show more of myself. So yeah, I figured that I would just make Motivational Monday another workout video so you guys can see what my body looks like now compared to what it did months ago after losing a bunch of weight, how my workout regimen is right now, what I'm doing, and even include what I eat in a day now because my diet has changed again a little bit, mostly due to finances. And so, I'll show you guys what I'm eating, how I'm still losing weight and stuff like that. So look forward to that Motivational Monday. Um, Today I'm going to do another plot twist video. I didn't want to put a lot of research in because, like I said, I got a lot of plans this weekend. It's Easter weekend. I've been in a lot of pain and struggling this week. So this one is going to be just another plot twist reaction. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It is Patrick's Journey, more season 11 wild moments. And if you see me pause a lot, it's because TLC still blocks my stuff even when it's plot twist video. They don't block plot twists, they block me because they don't like me very much. So it's mostly going to be paused during moments when the show is running. If it runs like a certain amount of time, I'm going to have to pause it and make comments on it. So be prepared for that. But anyways, let's get right into it. Also, please subscribe to this channel. We are very, very close to that 5,000 mark. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get into it.
I have addiction to food because nothing makes me feel as good as I do when I have food in my mouth.
Beating food addiction is never easy, and Patrick's story on season 11 is a perfect testament to just how hard that battle can be. Despite having a strong support system and a good motivation to lose weight, it took everything Patrick had to qualify for drnow's help. So subscribe if you haven't already, click that bell, and let's get into Patrick's journey.
When I wake up and see daylight, I'm surprised to still be alive because my weight is killing me.
I mean, you would be surprised. I mean, if you've watched my 600-pound life, then you're not surprised. And I've commented on it several times, just how fearful you are when you're that size that you are not going to wake up in the morning, especially if you don't have a CPAP. Like you know you have sleep apnea. You know you stop breathing hundreds of times per night. You just don't know if you're going to wake up in the morning. And that's scary. That should be scary enough to make you want to lose the weight. It was for me.
When I first wake up, I pretty much dread it every day.
As you can tell, Patrick is in a...
And that's another thing too. He dreads waking up in the morning because it's like nighttime is the only time where you're not in pain, the only time when you're not facing reality. So as soon as you wake up, you're like, oh crap, I'm still trapped in this body. I'm still in a lot of pain. I'm going to have to get up and do things, and it's going to hurt really bad. And you just can't wait to that first meal because that's the only thing that's going to make you happy.
rough spot in life. I mean, being surprised to wake up every morning, yeah, I can't even imagine that.
Recently, his health has decreased. I try to help him get up in the morning and do whatever needs to be done so he can get breakfast and hopefully feel better because eating is a relief for him.
I think that's really the crux of a lot of enablers. Like they see that their loved one is in a lot of pain, right? And they know that that food is comfort for them. So while she knows that his health is deteriorating, and she just fully admitted that his health has been on a downward spiral for a while now, but she's still going to feed him a big breakfast, not only because he would probably throw a fit if she didn't, but also she knows that exactly that it's going to give him comfort. And so That's what she's going to do. She's going to show love to her man by giving him what he wants, that big piece of comfort in the morning, even though it's killing him. So I don't know. Is that love?
You know, I had a hunch he used eating to cope with his pain, but it's good to hear his wife say it.
I live with my wife and my 16-year-old daughter, Haley. Me and her mother have joint custody of her, but on the days that she does stay with her mom, she'll still come back and forth throughout the day and see me.
If he does need the help, I'm usually 8 minutes down the street. I can come stop by and be like, hey, I'm here, you know.
First off,
I mean, it's really great that you have a daughter who loves you. But this is part of the reason why I'm waiting to start a family, to get married, until I get another 100 pounds off. I mean, I've been really lonely and thinking about, should I join a dating site, this and that, and I just came to the conclusion, like, I need to keep working harder. Like, I need to use that as fuel and motivation to move forward, to keep fighting. And so I'm thinking maybe this summer I might do something like that. But we'll see. You know, you could see the struggle that someone that size had, and everything else like that. It's very, very difficult.
Haley, you are a phenomenal daughter for taking care of your father like that. Second off, Patrick, how much food are you eating?
I have addiction to food because nothing makes me feel as good as I do when I have food in my mouth.
Chicken and waffles in any moderation isn't healthy, but you're eating an entire Waffle House supply closet in one meal.
I think he has the mindset of now that he really wants to change, not only for himself, but for me and for the whole family.
Yeah, that's really great to have that motivation. Like, if you have someone in your life that you love and you want to be there for them, then you're going to want to change, right? You're not going to want to stay a certain size and really risk losing your life at a very young age, right? You're going to care for them enough to use that as motivation to change, instead of having them take care of you for the rest of your life. And so having kids and stuff like that, I can't wait. Like, that's part of my drive. Like, I can't wait to have kids. I can't wait to be a dad. I can't wait to be a husband. So that's part of my fight. Like, that is motivating me and pushing me forward.
So I think that's the big reason that, you know, his mindset is, I want to do this.
Changing these habits aren't easy, but it sounds like Patrick has the best motivation possible for fixing his life.
It's just like, we want to go visit places. We want to be able to do things just like any other dad and daughter would be able to.
Not only is Patrick costing himself a shot at life, he's also taking away from Haley's childhood.
Are you nervous?
I am. I'm very nervous.
I mean, that's something that you don't realize too. Like, you are taking a part of your children's childhood away when you're that size. We've seen it so many times on my 600-pound life, how these parents are not even able to be parents. Their kids are taking care of them. Their kids are cooking for them and bringing them shoes and putting their socks on for them and doing the laundry for them because they can't do it. Like, kids are not allowed to be kids, right? And which is the absolute worst thing possible. Like, your kids should be allowed to be kids. They shouldn't have to take care of you. You should be taking care of them. So you're putting your food addiction and everything else ahead of your kids and your family, who all have to rally together and take care of you. So that's something I'm not going to let happen, right? Like, I want to be in good enough shape that I can take care of my kids instead of the other way around.
It'll be all right.
Everything will be fine. Promise it will.
The big day is here as Patrick and his wife Amanda set sail for Dr. Now's. We've already established he has a major eating problem, but he does appear to have a good support system in place, so perhaps he can defy the odds and turn his life around.
I want a number 9. I want it large size. Then I want another number 9, regular side of red beans.
Yeah, here's another instance of, they're going down to Houston, so they're going to stop at every fast food joint along the way, right? Because, you know, they can't pack some sandwiches and some salads and some grilled chicken and eat from a cooler. No, they have to stop at every fast food joint. And, you know, I don't know. It's not really setting yourself off on a good note when you're using that as an excuse to continue eating fast food. And not to mention the increased budget, right? That's going to cause stopping at fast food with your family all the time. It's like, no, pack some grilled chicken, save a lot of money.
And rice, a regular side of macaroni and cheese, just order a popcorn shrimp, and an extra chicken sandwich with no pickles.
Okay, that's not a great start. Fast food on a long trip is understandable, but you need to at least try to control your portion intake.
Finally made it to Houston, tired, nervous, happy, kind of scared to see the scale myself.
The road trip is over, and Patrick is understandably nervous about seeing the number on the scale.
Me going on this diet is probably going to affect you too. You going to do it with me?
Yes, of course I am.
It's going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of work.
That's amazing that you have a support system. You have a wife who's willing to do that with you. Like, when I do get married, I know this is me talking a lot about being married and stuff. I'm really excited about that day, when it comes. But I definitely want to meet somebody who wants to do this with me. This is going to be a lifelong journey. This is not a big T, get to your goal weight and then you can stop worrying about it. No, this is the rest of my life where I'm going to work out. I'm going to need to make sure that I eat the right amount of food. I'm already worried about if I go on a date with somebody, how's that going to work? If we go to a restaurant, like I'm not going to be able to eat a lot of food. So food can't be something that's a huge part of my life for the rest of my life because I can not eat very much. I have 90% of my stomach removed. So that's just going to be a big part of it. So hopefully that the person that I meet is going to understand that. She's going to want to work out with me. We're going to go walking to, there's all kinds of nature trails and stuff around here, but whether or not I live here or somewhere else, if I meet somebody online, I don't know, that's all up to God how that happens. But yeah, it's going to be a journey for the rest of my life. And so the person that I'm with, I want to be on that journey with me, not somebody who's going to enable me or try to keep me fat or not really be so concerned about their health. That's just how I feel about that.
It is, but we can do it.
Once again, we're seeing that strong support system in place. Honestly, based on the early footage, Patrick has one of the strongest support systems we've seen on the show.
I haven't weighed myself in a few years, but I think I'm over 600 pounds. And I just hope that I'm not closer to 700 than I am 600.
Yeah, I think over 600 is a safe guess, and I've got a feeling he's really not going to like that number.
Okay, your weight is 657.
Boy,
I mean, when you don't know how much you weigh, because I said in yesterday's video, like my doctor's scale goes up to 450. So most doctor scales do not go that high unless you find a bariatric surgeon. Then they usually have scales that might go up to like 800 pounds, I think. My home scale goes up to 700. And so I was thankful to buy that, but that was very expensive compared to the average scale. So I was able to know what I weighed. So I was 671 at my highest. But I was like down to 650 something when I had my first bariatric appointment. So I'd already lost a good bit of weight going there for the first time.
you can tell he didn't like it. Just look at that disbelief in his eyes when that number popped up.
I'm going to give you some instruction what to eat, what not to eat. So if you do those and change your eating habit, you should be able to lose 60 to 70 pounds in 1 month. The goal I'm going to give you to prove to me that you're serious is to lose 100 pounds in 2 months.
That's not a terrible goal. Sometimes I get frustrated because I think that it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot to lose 50 pounds in a month. I've never lost 50 pounds in a month on this journey. Never. It's just very, very difficult to just change so rapidly, so quickly, that you're going to go from eating the amount of calories that you eat to just suddenly dropping down to 1,200 calories, high protein, zero carbs, and losing 50 pounds per month. Even though Dr. Now says you could easily lose 60, 70 pounds, he's the doctor. I'm not going to go against what he says, right? Like, I get criticized a lot for going against a professional. But as somebody who has been in that seat, who has never lost 50 pounds in a month, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very, very difficult. And we see most of them fail at least the first time that they try. And they need another month. Sometimes they need a full year to finally get that weight off. So, I mean, I guess it comes down to willpower. And you're going to need to fix this before you can fix this. That's just my opinion on it.
All right, 100 pounds in 2 months. With how big Patrick is, it is possible, but you'll have to follow the diet pretty religiously.
Trying to do his diet and all. I stayed steady on it for about a month after I left Dr. Now's, and then chaos kind of started.
It's never a good sign when the patient admits failure after just 1 month, and I'm pretty sure
I've been actually thinking about getting his book and maybe making a video on doing his diet for a month, seeing how it is. At my weight, I don't know if I'll still lose 50 pounds in a month if I stuck to it religiously. But yeah, once I get some money, I think I'll try that and make a video of it and see what can happen from there.
turkey, bacon, and eggs aren't on the diet.
I fell off the exercises with all the stuff that was going on. Still got to get Dr. Now's book back out from unpacking so I can get back on all of the exercises that are in the.
Like Dr. Now's diet should have been the first thing that you pulled out of that, right? Like you're going to use chaos. You're going to use any excuse that you can to, oh, I moved down to Houston. We didn't have pots and pans. Like we've seen those excuses, right? And I guess I could say that I've used those excuses myself. Like well, I'm just going through a difficult time. I'm exhausted. I'm in a lot of pain. I don't feel like cooking, and I don't use those excuses since I've had surgery or nothing. But before surgery, yeah. I mean, there was many times that I used that Last Supper syndrome excuse, like, oh, this is the last time I'm going to have this donut. This is the last time I'm going to have this fast food. This is the last time I'm going to have this or that. And so it's very easy to come up with excuses, but I still think it's okay to um, know that you're going to struggle. It's okay to struggle as long as you keep fighting and you don't give up the fight. You should be proud of yourself that you are tackling the journey. You realize that you're overweight. You know you have a problem and you're working on it. And it's going to take time to overcome all the obstacles, especially if you've been through trauma and you use emotional eating as a crutch and you have a food addiction. Like, it's going to take time and you're going to struggle with it. You're not going to be perfect on it. You're not going to be 100% perfect.
The exercises I've been doing lately is just with the moving and the unpacking. I mean, I've been pretty much going every day.
Okay, moving is hard, but you can't let that be an excuse to fall off the diet.
You ready for walks with us, Daisy? Here.
Yeah, I think most of them use moving to Houston as an excuse. Like, yeah, we had to move, which of course, traveling, they use that excuse to eat fast food instead of packing a cooler, which I just mentioned. They don't have their pots and pans out. Oh, Dr. Now's diet's still packed up, which we just heard. Yeah, most of them use that.
I'm going for walks, and that's something new. So, we're off to a good start.
Well, babe, you're doing it. I'm proud of you.
Credit where credit's due, though. He is still moving around and doing some exercise, so maybe there is still some hope here.
Well, we made it back to Houston for my follow-up with Dr. Now. It was a slight delay because of the move, so I called Dr. Now's office to ask for an extra month. But he fined me an extra 30 pounds as a kind of a penalty for taking too long. But I worked hard to lose as much weight as I could.
Well, I really hope that he's lost the weight and can get surgery here. Um, it can be difficult, like I said. They often use moving as an excuse, and so Dr. Now countered that with, okay, then, if you need more time, then I hope to see you are 30 pounds lighter than the original goal that I gave you.
I think I did pretty good. I'm just nervous that if it's going to be as much as it should be.
Well, that's definitely not the attitude you want.
At my last appointment, I weighed 657 pounds, and Dr. Now told me to lose 130 pounds.
I can't tell, though. From the front, I was like, no, it doesn't look like he lost weight. But from the back, it looks like maybe he lost a little bit. So we'll see.
3 months. So that would put me at 527.
Wow, that's not even close.
I feel like that.
I mean, this is where I get frustrated. I'm like, 40 pounds and 2 months, maybe a little more than 2 months. That's 20 pounds per month. I mean, it's not close to the goal. Like, he was supposed to lose 100, but losing 40, I don't think he should be disparaged for that. I know Dr. Now is going to rip him one for not hitting his goal, but 40 pounds is not something that should be just glossed over. It's a good amount of weight. If you've tried to lift 40 pounds, then you know how much weight that is.
That should be a victory for me because I lost a lot of weight, but it's anything.
I think that's a safe bet. 40 pounds is good, but honestly, not nearly enough to show that you're willing to maintain a healthy lifestyle long term.
It should be very easy for you to lose 50 pounds in 1 month. So I'm going to give you another 2 months to lose 100 pounds.
Dr. Now is giving him another chance, though. Can Patrick do better this time around?
Since my appointment with Dr. Now, the progress has been going pretty good. I feel like I've lost enough weight. I can take him camping now.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things too. Like, you are dealing with the stress of moving and, using that as an excuse, of course, to eat the fast food. So moving down to Houston and needing extra time, like, you knew this was going to be a part of the whole process. So, but now that he's settled, he has no other excuses, right?
It'll be something fun for us all to go out and do.
Well, apparently the message took this time around if Patrick's in good enough shape to go camping.
Camping makes me happy because Patrick is getting to where he can and wants to do the things that he likes to do.
Look at that. His healthy ways are already paying off as he's creating a happier life for his wife and daughter.
It's congestion, man.
There's nothing better in life. Well, I'm sure there's other things better, but you know what I'm saying, right? Than sitting around a campfire. Just hanging out with family, friends, people that you love, with a good campfire going, or bonfire, which is what I'm hoping we're going to do this weekend. It might be still a little too cold, but we're finally getting to bonfire weather here in Michigan, and I love it. I am excited for it. But yeah, that's awesome.
Just kicking my ass.
Maybe we shouldn't stay tonight. Maybe we should just pack up and go home.
Maybe we'll do better next time.
I think it's a good idea.
Alright. Okay, well, never mind. I admire the guy for trying, but the fact that a simple walk in nature is enough to sideline him this much is clearly not a good sign.
I mean, he's trying, right? He tried it. He wasn't ready for it. All right, lose a little more weight, then go back out and try it again.
Going to see Dr. Now for the next appointment, see where my weight's at. I don't know. I've been sick. I know I haven't done that great on my diet. Tried, but I could have.
Yeah, he already knows he hasn't done great on the diet, and I could tell it doesn't look like he's lost any weight.
Done better.
Just like last time, Patrick pulls into Dr. Now's office with a lot of excuses, and that is definitely not good.
At my last appointment, I was down to 616, and Dr. Now told me to lose another 100 pounds.
But it makes you wonder. I don't know. Like, is the wife and daughter looking like that they lost weight? Maybe a little bit. But are they continuing to enable him? Like, is that part of the problem here? I'm not putting the blame completely on them. Like, you're in charge of what you put into your own body, right? But are they continuing to enable him and giving him what he wants and cooking for him instead of, hey, honey, you're on this diet. We need to stay strict to it because she, the wife, does not look skinny herself. So this is going to be a change for her as well. Like, she's used to eating what he eats. And so it's like, if they're not willing to do it together, then he's not going to succeed. That's just the way it is, because she's going to enable him. She's not going to cook him twice, cook for him and then cook for herself. Like, she said she was going to be part of it with him, but obviously she's not there.
Over the last 2 months, so that would put.
And I'm not going to mention the daughter because she's still 16. She's, you know, even though she does have some responsibility to her own health, but look at her role models. Look at what she's dealing with, right? Her dad and stepmom are, engaged in this enablism, and she's going to be stuck right there with them. She doesn't really have a choice on the matter. It's not like she has her own money that she can go buy her own food and force them to stay strict, but they're going to do what they can to support him, but they're not. They're not really being supportive of him because they're in that with him. The food addiction and everything else. I hope that made sense.
Put me at 516.
Oh my god, not only did he fail to lose the weight, but he put on an extra 25 pounds for good measure. No amount of sickness can.
Like, why would you even show up at Dr. Now's office when you know that you've done bad, that you've gained 25 pounds back? I mean, yeah, it's obvious to me that they're enabling him, and he's just not really committed to it at this point.
Justify that, and we know Dr. Now won't be happy.
All that crap, I don't think you should make that trip again because there is no point if you're not making the changes you need. Especially this time, it looked like you almost gained 30 pounds.
Dr. Now straight up tells Patrick to not waste his time if he won't take this seriously, and frankly, he deserves that criticism.
So,
yeah, I mean, Dr. Now can be very vicious, and rightfully so at times. Especially when you gain weight, like I just said. Like, why'd you even go? Like, you're just wasting his time. You're risking the drive. You're wasting the money to go down there and everything else. It's like, why? You're just wasting everybody's time if you're not going to stay committed to it. Like, you did great up front. You didn't hit your goal, but you lost 40 pounds. But to turn around and gain it back, and I sound like a hypocrite right now because I've done that. Like, I lost my 30 pounds and gained it back and lost it and gained it back and then lost it again. And that's why I was like, all right, I need to go back to the bariatric clinic. I need their help. I'm struggling. I'm going back and forth. It's like, you need that help. So maybe there's something else there. He didn't fix this first. Maybe that's it.
what is your objective coming here if you just plan to keep doing whatever you want? Why come in all the way to tell me that?
I don't know.
Patrick just has no answers for this because, let's be honest, there is no good answer to justify his recent weight gain.
It's not going to be me that saves you. It's not going to be your wife or your daughter.
I'm gonna go do the diet like I'm supposed to, eat like I'm supposed to.
I mean, your wife, Patrick, in 6 months you should have been able to lose a whole lot more.
Dr. Now is going in non-stop, and Patrick needs to hear this.
We're going to find a local.
He does. Like, that. I mean, for a lot of these people who go on the show, Dr. Now is the only person in their life who has ever held them accountable for their actions. Like, if you're failing, it's your fault. If you have enablers, like, you can tell enablers to stop. But that's the whole point, right? You're not going to tell your enablers to stop because you want what they're going to bring you. And they don't want to stop because they enjoy eating the food themselves. So if you're going to go on this journey, you need people in your life who are going to kick your butt into gear, not who are going to enable you. Like if that's your doctor, if that's a loved one, like you need somebody who's going to do it with you, who's going to not enable you, who's going to kick your butt when you need it. Like I'm glad to have those people in my life.
Planning for you to go to in 2 months to see if you're actually losing weight. I'm going to give you an easier goal. Only lose 80 pounds in 2 months.
I gotta say, I was not expecting this meeting to end with a compromise like that. Dr. Now seems to have made things very easy on Patrick.
In the condition he's in on his body traveling, if this is all he's going to do. So we'll set up a local clinic to check his progress in a couple months. If he hasn't started to show me, he's going to get sick.
Yeah, setting it up with a local clinic, that's definitely a good idea. I don't know why so many people go down to Houston other than, I mean, it's like every other doctor would tell him you need to lose a certain amount of weight so that they could do the surgery. My doctor wanted me to get under 600 pounds, which is something he could have done because he was only 650. He wasn't as big as I was. So, like, why isn't he doing it locally? I don't know.
Serious and do what he needs by then we won't be continuing with Patrick because it will be clear he doesn't intend to change.
Okay, this is clearly Patrick's last chance. If he can't lose the weight, he's out of the program and he might as well be dead.
We're going to St. Joseph. I'm definitely nervous, scared.
I mean, that was really harsh. Like, if you're not going to do it, you might as well die. But that's the reality of what you're facing when you're that obese. And, you know, it's just true. People don't like to hear it. They don't like to face that reality, but that is the reality. If you're not going to do it right now, you are so big that you're just going to die in the near future if you don't figure it out. And that's what drove me, because so many doctors were telling me that you weren't going to live to 40 if you did not get the weight off. So here I was, 38 years old, when I finally got the surgery. And it's like, I'm racing against time right now to get this weight off.
But find out, do I get my surgery this morning?
Here we go. Moment of truth. Has Patrick put in the work?
When I get surgery, you should be under 560 pounds. 563, so you lost 27 pounds, huh? All right.
That's good enough. Come on, man, get your surgery. Let's get this change going. I'm proud of you for making that goal. Apparently, he lost that 80 pounds and then some. All right, he had to lose another 30 pounds. From the time he gets approved for surgery, Dr. Now's like, all right, I want you to lose this much more. And if you come to the hospital ready for your surgery, if you're not under this amount of weight, then, you know, don't gain your weight, but you know, it gives him a secondary goal. So it looks like he made his goal and he's ready for surgery.
Close enough.
And he did it. Well, close enough anyways. That's the official diagnosis, so good work, Patrick. It wasn't easy, but he ultimately did lose the weight and got the surgery.
I mean, yeah, that's really good. Like I said in the very beginning, like this is sort of the journey most big people make. Like I don't think any of them, maybe one or two of them, were good enough or had enough self-control to tackle it right on and just lose the weight, get approved, and just go. Like most of them, the vast majority of them struggled along the way. They failed and they came back, and then maybe they did lose a bunch of weight, but it wasn't enough. And then they go back and they gain that weight back, and it's just a struggle back and forth. Like this is the difficulty of that journey, because you have to fix this before you can fix this. And that's not always a lot of different bariatric programs. Mine was. Like I was able to get this fixed first. That's why I was successful. That's why I was able to get to the point where I'm at now, where I'm down almost 180 pounds. So, I mean, it's a very difficult journey having been there. And I'm not talking from Dr. Now's perspective. Like, I'm not trying to say Dr. Now doesn't know what he's doing. Dr. Now's wrong. Like, I'm never going to tell Dr. Now that he's wrong. He's the professional, right? I can only speak from my experience, knowing what it's like facing that kind of addiction and what it's like to, you know, have these goals and to need psychological help to get over the addiction, to get over the trauma, to get over whatever it is that drove you to eat in the first place. But anyways, that's my video for today. I hope you're having a great day so far. I hope you have a great weekend, and I love you guys, and I will see you back here for Motivational Monday. I love you. God bless you.